Hello and welcome back. One sunny afternoon, the cat and her little baby went to the shopping mall to spend some time together. They walked through the colorful shops, looking at clothes, toys, and accessories. While exploring, the baby cat saw a beautiful pair of sunglasses displayed in a glass window. She ran over and tried them on. They fit perfectly and made her eyes shine with joy. "Mama, I really love these glasses," she said with excitement. But when the cat checked her purse, she realized she didn't have enough money. The baby looked disappointed, and the cat felt a little sad too. But she gently said, "Don't worry, sweetheart. I'll make a plan." That evening, the cat went into the kitchen with a big idea. She started cooking delicious food, crispy snacks, warm sandwiches, and spicy rice. The next day, she set up a small food stall outside their house. People walking by could smell the tasty food and stop to buy from her. Day by day, the cat sold more and more food, always working with love and care. Slowly, she saved every coin she earned in a small jar. After a few days, the jar was full, and the cat smiled with pride. Without telling her baby, she went back to the mall and bought the sunglasses. When she returned home, she wrapped them in a small box and gave them to her child as a surprise gift. The baby cat opened it and gasped with happiness. "Thank you, Mama!" she shouted and hugged her tightly. One day in the forest, a kind cat and her little kitten were walking peacefully, enjoying the fresh air and the sound of birds. Suddenly, they heard a soft whimpering sound coming from behind a bush. Curious and concerned, they walked closer and found a small, injured puppy lying on the ground. His paw was hurt, and he looked scared and weak. The cat immediately knew she had to help. She gently picked up the puppy and placed him on a small wooden cart nearby. With the kitten beside her and the cart rolling slowly, she carefully pulled it all the way home. Once they reached their cozy little house, the cat quickly cleaned the puppy's wound and applied some healing medicine to his injured paw. The kitten brought a blanket and made the puppy comfortable on a soft cushion. The puppy wagged his tail weakly, grateful for their kindness. Wanting to cheer everyone up, the cat suggested they make something delicious together. "Let's make pizza," she said with a smile. They gathered the ingredients, dough, cheese, tomatoes, and vegetables, and got to work in the kitchen. The cat kneaded the dough, the kitten spread the sauce, and the puppy, though still resting, gave cheerful barks of encouragement. Soon, the delicious smell of hot pizza filled the house. One sunny morning, the clever cat went to the shopping mall to buy some supplies for her small food stall. She walked through the aisles, picking up fresh vegetables, cheese, sauces, and soft bread. She carefully chose everything she needed to make her special sandwiches. After paying for the items, she returned home, full of energy and excitement. Back in her kitchen, the cat started preparing delicious sandwiches. She sliced the vegetables, toasted the bread, and added tasty fillings. She also made crispy fried snacks like potato bombs to go with the sandwiches. After everything was ready, she packed them neatly and took them to the park where she usually sold her food. People loved her cooking and happily bought her sandwiches and snacks. The cat earned good money that day, all because of her hard work and tasty food. She returned home proud and satisfied, already planning what to cook next. After coming back home, the cat counted the money she had earned and smiled with joy. She was happy that people liked her food. Her kitten came running to her and hugged her. "Mama, you are the best cook in the world," the kitten said excitedly. The cat patted his head and said, "Thank you, my dear. One day you'll cook with me too." One bright morning, the cat and her neighbor's child decided to work together to earn some money. They had a great idea. They would cook delicious food at home and sell it at their little food stall in the market. Both of them went into the kitchen and started preparing tasty dishes. The cat kneaded the dough and chopped the vegetables, while the neighbor's child helped mix the spices and stir the pots. They worked like a perfect team, laughing and chatting while cooking. The smell of fresh homemade food filled the house. Once everything was ready, they carefully packed the food in clean containers. They made sure each box looked nice and neat. Sandwiches, rice bowls, and crispy snacks were all packed and placed in a basket. With the basket in hand, they headed to their shop. As soon as they arrived and opened their small stall, people started gathering. The smell of the food attracted many customers. Everyone was excited to try their homemade meals. People bought the food happily and praised the taste. Some said, "This is the best food we've had all week." The cat and the child smiled with pride and joy. They worked hard but felt happy seeing the crowd enjoy their cooking. By the end of the day, they had sold almost everything and collected a good amount of money. The cat and her little kitten were sitting on a train for the very first time. The train started moving slowly, and the kitten looked out the window with wide, excited eyes. After the fun train ride, the cat and her little kitten reached their stop, where they were joined by the neighbor's child. Together, the three of them decided to go to the amusement park to enjoy the swings and rides. The kitten and the neighbor's child were both so excited. They ran toward the colorful rides, laughing and cheering. They rode the merry-go-round, spun on the teacups, and even bounced on the jumping castle. The cat watched them happily, capturing pictures and cheering them on as they played. After all the fun and games, everyone started to feel a little hungry. So, they walked over to a nearby food stall and bought some juicy burgers and crispy fries. They sat at a shaded bench and enjoyed their meal with big smiles. The kitten said, "Mama, this is the best day ever." The cat smiled and said, "And it's not over yet. We still have more fun at home." After finishing their meal, they cleaned up, waved goodbye to the amusement park, and headed back home. Once they reached home, the cat had a new idea. "Let's cook something special tonight," she said. The kitten and the neighbor's child clapped their hands with excitement. Together, they went into the kitchen and began preparing a big, tasty chicken meal. The cat brought out a large chicken and started cleaning and cutting it carefully. After finishing their delicious dinner, the cat, her kitten, and the neighbor's child cleaned up the kitchen together. Early in the morning, the cat and her little kitten decided to make fresh, tasty burgers to sell at their shop. They went into the kitchen and got everything ready. The cat prepared the patties using minced meat, spices, and herbs, while the kitten helped wash the lettuce, slice the tomatoes, and arrange the cheese. Together, they toasted the burger buns and carefully put everything together: meat, cheese, vegetables, and sauces. The smell of the burgers was mouth-watering, and the kitchen was filled with delicious aromas. Once the burgers were packed neatly in warm boxes, they loaded them into a small cart and walked toward their food shop in the market. When they opened their stall, people started arriving, curious about the fresh burgers. As soon as they took the first bite, customers were amazed. "These are the best burgers in town," many said with big smiles. After collecting the money they earned from selling all the burgers, the cat looked at her little kitten, who had worked so hard helping in the kitchen. She smiled and said, "You've been such a good helper today. Let's go get you something special." The kitten's eyes lit up with excitement. "Really, Mama? A toy?" he asked happily. The next morning, the cat and her kitten went into the forest to pick fresh corn. The sun was shining, and the forest air was calm. They laughed and worked happily, carefully plucking the corn from the tall green plants. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a wild creature, a Namri, a wild animal, jumped out from behind the bushes and attacked them. The kitten screamed in fear as the cat tried to protect him. The struggle. The cat got injured. She had scratches on her leg and was limping. The Nomri ran away into the trees, and the kitten quickly helped his mother stand up. "Mama, we need to go to the hospital!" he cried. With courage, the kitten supported her, and they slowly made their way back. As soon as they reached the town, they went straight to the animal hospital. The doctors treated the cat's wounds and bandaged her leg. She was in pain, but thankful that her child was safe. The cat's little kitten stood on a small stool in the kitchen, carefully cooking a simple meal. He stirred the pot gently and added some spices, just like his mama had taught him. Though he was small, he worked with great care and focus. The smell of the food filled the house. After returning home, the cat's little kitten decided to cook dinner to surprise his mother. He made a simple but tasty meal using the corn they had picked from the forest. The cat was touched by her child's sweet effort and smiled as they ate together. After dinner, feeling full and happy, they both curled up in their warm bed and fell fast asleep, resting peacefully after a long and eventful day.